Welcome back to Fort Mort. It is Krayt Raid time. We are going to talk about the Mauldalorians, also known as the Mandalorians, in the Krayt Raid, how to use them. I have worked on this endlessly with my guild and trying to pick up all the little tips and trips on how to tips to handle all of this team. So a lot of people I talk to say it's very frustrating to play this team. It is my favorite team. It really makes you think, but it's really not that difficult when you see it. So let's get into it. The hero unit, there's only one. Beskar Mando, the Fire Ballista. It is 30. I think I misspoke before. I don't know if I said it in a video or not, but it's 30 stacks that will come off. Defiance, 30 stacks will come off from the Ballista. It is hitting a daze, a stagger, and a stun, all of them twice. 2 8s is 16, 2 5s is another 10 is 26, 2 staggers is 4 more, that's 30, FYI. Some of the dragon's abilities that you need to be aware of, he does during his crushing maul, he'll come in and try to daze you. And then the corrosive venom spray. This is the one that lands the debuffs. Dispel all buffs on enemies, deal special damage to all enemies, inflict defense down, expose, poison, speed down, and vulnerability. The poison does not affect these guys, so we're not going to go over it. When he swallows whole, this is one of the best times to do damage. It's going to gain 20 stacks of defiance, depending on what level you're at. He'll have 32 stacks, 40 stacks, 44 stacks, whatever it is. You got to get those off. And I'll show you how to get them off with this team. On enemy is swallowed, the Krayt Dragon speed is reduced by 25%. Its turn meter can't be reduced, and he also cannot gain turn meter. To get your character back that's been swallowed, you've got to remove those stacks of defiance. Dune Burrow, it gains 20% bonus protection. You need to get that off. The best way to do that usually is with the bombs. The bombs explode and hit 400% more damage. During this phase is also 25% slower, so it gives you a little extra time to do it. I know with certain teams, like if you did a full maul, full dump of his anguish, you could get him out with using that too, but you're going to add the enrage. So I don't like doing that. We'll talk about it. Foul interruption. So if he comes out of the burrow and you did not get him out by taking his bonus protection down, so he's got a full bar, you need to get that bar down to 0 to get him to come out safely. If you do not get that down in time, he will come out and he will slam down on you, stun everybody. So it sets you back. And then Apex Predator, that's basically when he goes into enrage. This is when you're going to get the maximum amount of your damage. I've gotten up to 400,000 on the 1.2. I've gone from 800 to 1.2 in this phase, but you have to make sure you stay alive during it. Do not get stunned. Damage the Krayt Dragon receives is increased by 75% if it doesn't have bonus protection, which is during burrow. Whenever the Krayt Dragon is damaged while it doesn't have bonus protection, doesn't have anyone swallowed, it gains 6% turn meter. During the normal phase, whenever a character takes a turn, the Krayt Dragon gains 1% in rage. Whenever the Krayt Dragon takes a turn, it gains an additional 4% in rage and 4 stacks of defiance. Whenever an enemy removes turn meter from the Krayt Dragon, it gains 1% in rage for each 10% turn meter removed. So if you remove 50%, you're adding 5% to the enrage. That's what's tough, which we'll talk about in the JKR video. When it reaches 100%, the Krayt Dragon becomes enraged. The battle immediately ends after the Krayt Dragon has taken 5 turns or all active enemies are beaten or swallowed. Now keep in mind, in this raid, 5,000 points is not the same thing as damage. You're actually going to see a difference between the damage you do and the amount that it puts up here. I have not figured out the calculation. I'm not going to figure out the calculation. For each 5,000 points earned this battle, after 50,000 points, this unit gains 3% offense stacking until the end of the battle. This bonus increases by an additional 3% each time. So you figure if the math were the same points and damage, he'd be getting this 20 times in a 1 million, which means he's getting 60% extra offense. All right, let's go ahead and slam into this and show how it's done. First thing I'm going to talk about is how I modded my Mandos. Starting out, looking at Maul. I do remod for this. If I don't remod, I'm hitting 7 to 800K, maybe 9 if I'm on a good day, maybe 1 million on a great day. I can hit 1.2 a lot easier and then consistent 900,000 to 1.2 million with this team all the time. I've been getting really good runs, hitting the max the last couple of times. So looking at this, we've got offense, with health. He needs health because takes damage at the start of their turn equal to 2% of their max health for each stack of anguish and gains that much offense until the end of the turn. So if you've got excess health on him, his anguish is going to be popping a bit harder. So I like health on him as well. Look at the triangle. I do have offense on it. And I've also got offense on the cross. He's going to be number 2. I got mine at 324. The first person to go is going to be Armorer. I basically modded her for speed. That's literally what I modded her for. I need her doing speed, and whatever offense I could add to her was great. 365 speed. Her armor shred is going to land every time. My Django is going to be modded for offense And we are going to be doing crit damage on the triangle and offense on the cross. Oh, let me show speed, or did show it. I didn't announce it. 291 is where I got him sitting right now, and there's a reason for that. Bo-Katan 308. She's sitting right here. I've got her modded with potency on the cross, and then everything else was kind of based to get her faster because she's harder to get fast. I added whatever speed I could and whatever excess crit damage, and any secondary offense was great. She doesn't have to be a damage dealer until you get to the later phases. At this phase, you need her to land vulnerable. My potency is 123%, and it doesn't land every time. Last but not least is the Beskar Mando. He's another one that's really hard to get fast, but I got him up to 295. We've got offense triangle and offense cross. You can't go wrong, honestly, guys, at most of these characters. There's your deets. Okay, so after looking at the mods, I just want to point out one thing. I've taken this team from barely pushing 650,000 a month ago to taking it to double, and that was simply by bringing armor from Relic 3 to Relic 5. All the rest of these guys I haven't touched. Ordo is better than Jango in this squad, but my Ordo is only Relic 3, and the amount of damage he does and the dots that he does gets the dragon to enrage faster, but he doesn't do enough damage. So I can't get over 1 million with Ordo right now, and I'm not willing to take him up, so I use Jango to get to 1.2. My Ordo actually helps out another squad, being the OR. So this is what works out best for me. All right, here we go. A couple of things I'm going to edit to this, guys. A couple of things. If you don't want to remod your roster, so I'm looking at a 1.2 right here. You can see the score I got at the end of this video. I came up literally 32 damage short of the 1.2 million when I did this. So this will show you how to do this, but keep in mind, if you don't remod, you're probably looking at 800 to 900 on this. So, but which is still good. You may even back down to the 900 and do that one, even though you do less damage. Keep that in mind. I do show how we're modded in here, and at the end of this video, I'm going to be showing you a clip from my Twitch stream of when I used a buddy of mine's account with Ordo on there. So they were kind of helping me, and we were walking each other through it. So you've got my version, the Jango version right now, and how I play it and how they're modded. And at the end of the video, there will be another one where you can watch that. And yes, I muted some stuff because we're not the cleanest on Twitch. Appreciate you guys. Okay, here we go. All right, my armor is going to be the fastest. Ideally, she's probably too fast, but I probably need to slow my Maul down a little bit too because of where he's landing in the, I don't want to say the turn order, but in the way this is going, which you'll see. Armor shred first. AoE. Bo's got to land the vulnerable here. All right, we landed it. That means every hit that we do is going to be a crit. I highly suggest you wait for the vulnerable. If it does not pop up, restart, do it again. If you've got Candy in here instead, he is the better character than Jango. If he's Relic 5 to 7, mine is not. So I cannot get the same damage output. But if you have Candy in your lineup, you probably don't need to worry about that vulnerable. That's what my boy Wolves tells me, so I believe him. All right, we're going to trigger birds here, and what that does, excuse me, is the frenzy. The frenzy you get for 2 turns on Maul. He gets 100% turn meter when a ally uses a special ability, but this guy's going to spit on his first turn, so you only get 1 chance because he's going to remove the frenzy. So if you don't use it now, you will lose it. So we'll go into birds, trigger Maul to 100% turn meter instantly, and we will full dump. See if we can get up around 200k. We'd be well over 200k if we had Mando doing damage here, but he sits there and just loads birds without doing any damage. And there is a variable that Bam may or may not go before or after the dragon eats him, depending on how many dots you've dropped. I've got 3 here, so he's probably going to get eaten before he does the birds, if I were to guess. The only thing on this team that adds turn meter with Mandos. All right, this middle Beskar goes to Maul every time. You can see Bam is way behind the dragon right now. So we're just going to go ahead and just basic. Now we need to manipulate where the bombs are going to go. We need to keep one set of bombs up for Maul. And we also need to get 39 stacks of Defiance. In order to remove that, you got to use things like Bo's AoE, can do a daze. Her basic will not do anything important. So we could use her. You need to figure out who's going to throw the spear. So in this lineup, I want Armor to throw the spear because she has no abilities here that help us out. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to AoE with bow, but I do not want to take more than one stack off because Bam's going to come out and take another stack off. So I want 2 when Bam comes out. And I'll explain why in a minute. Basic works for Django. I believe AoE does as well. No, it does not. Basic works for Django. He also is middle. Sorry, that's what I'm thinking of. Healing immunity and stagger. So over here, stagger is with 2 stacks. But I am not going to throw the stagger because if you throw the rocket, you could knock a stack of these bombs off. So it's just basic. Got down to 31. So now we are within 1. We are within 1 of what we need. So I have 2 options here. I can throw it with Maul and get the assist from Django and guarantee the 30 from the spear plus the assist from Django will take us down. Or I waste a dump, which is what I'm going to end up doing right here. I'm going to waste a dump and get the assist. And then we could have done with basic as well. I'm going to do basic because again, Bam's going to come out. So we're just going to basic. Get his back up one. And then we're going to throw the spear with armor. So you get what I'm saying. There's 30 stacks to come off with the spear. You've got to figure out your abilities with this team. The easiest, honestly, the easiest way to do it is if you can't do the math, just use unloads with Maul till you get below 30. You're adding to the enrage, but that's okay. You'll still have a good score. All right, here goes Bam. All right, now what happens here is Maul, if he kills 2 enemies on the same turn with his middle AoE, he gets all of his anguish back, all 5 stacks. So that ultimately is the goal here. I do not want to waste turn after turn after turn adding to his enrage. Ideally, that ends up happening. So we're at 4 stacks right now. We're going to get to 5 here in a second anyway. But I really wanted to show that to you guys. But right here, I need to get him up. Let's go ahead and get him up with the AoE. Use all 3 bombs. Use the armor tread. And then a basic from Maul will get him up. Actually, we are... Oof. We're at 5 stacks right now. We can start dumping. I'm at 38% and I'm at 341. I'd like to be around 380. I kind of watch that. That's kind of my clock. 38%, 380 when I'm doing the million stage. Tell you what, we're going to dump. Then Bo's coming up soon. No, she's behind. We lose the vulnerable when the dragon takes a turn. I'm actually going to AoE and go back to 5. Maul might jump him there. He did. All right, let's drop some bombs down there. So now, because Maul jumped in the turn meter there, we'll be able to land a vulnerable. Excellent. Pass the second best card to Bo to keep her sturdy. And a counter, which is amazing. Now we're going to basic. Maul now has vulnerable on the dragon, so we can unload and get all crits. Every time we do this, we crit. Every single attack is critting right now. We just surpassed the percentage. We're at 47% with 515k damage. We might actually be doing too much damage right now. You're going to see he's going to hit us pretty hard. Then we'll AoE, get some stacks of bombs down. He's going to slam here. Bam is dazed, but he'll cleanse himself. He's the only one that does that. I'm going to start just basicing bombs down here and see if we can get Maul back up. Armor does 2 hits on the stack. So we'll go ahead and do that. 1, 2. And then old Bo. Old basic here. He's getting ready to spit. I'm actually way ahead on damage right now, so I'm gonna actually, can't believe I'm gonna say this. I think I'm gonna lay bombs down here just to avoid doing too much damage because he's about to spit dirty like. I've never laid bombs at Maul before. Apparently you assist. So you can still lay bombs and not do any damage from Maul, but everybody else does. Excellent. So I just learned something. I've never even considered landing with Maul before that turn. It always changes, guys. Every time you do this, RNG, man, it changes. You just got to adapt to it. I'm going to knock Stack off here. Trying to slow roll a little bit. You'll see, look at that damage. He almost killed Django in that one hit. He did kill Django in that one hit. 2 hits, but that stunk. A little early to be saving Bo, I think. So let's go basic right here again. We're going to armor shred our guy. He's going to eat here in a second. No, as soon as he eats, comes out, he's going to spit one more time. That's when I need to start unloading all my damage. I'm going to basic here and save this AoE for... Yeah, we could be doing a lot of damage right here. Bam's going to go... I'm going to gamble. I'm going to put Bam into birds here because I need the damage output. When he comes out, I'm going to need to leave them bombs available. Oh, he's hitting hard, man. Let's put this over on Django. Maybe we can get him to survive after some heals. All right. 2 single taps should be able to get me down to 38. Nope, he only single tapped. That stinks. We're going to throw the spear here with armor. Then we're going to have to dump until we get him out. We're at 7 stacks right now. 1. All right, we got him out in 1. Beautiful. Now Maul can go one more time, get fully loaded. And wait for Bo to land vulnerable, possibly. I don't want to do a whole lot of damage here. Because if I do, he's already... Yeah, he's ramping up pretty good. So he's going to do a really good hit on us. We might actually lose Django here if we don't get a good heal. And I need Maul to do the last ability. All right, let's go here. He's already got 5 stacks of Anguish now, so... Come on, survive. All right, we're going under. All right, this is good. I don't remember if Django has AoE, so I'm going to go ahead and AoE and get down to 1 stack of bombs. Then we'll armor shred the middle. We're at 90% in rage right now. We have to freaking do the bomb. So, yep, Bam's going to end up doing it. So, there we go. Ah, we didn't get to it. Okay, I literally can get the 400,000 here if we survive this hit. See if we can do it. It's going to be a lot of damage. I'm going to 2 dump. Get some damage in. AoE to get back to 5. Passes to Bam. Maybe he'll survive. Bo right here is basic. Isn't going to do anything. It'll land vulnerable because she's going to cleanse it here in a second. All right, there's the daze. There's the stun because he's enraged. Now, we can use the special from Bam to cleanse someone. I'm going to do that on Bo because... I don't know, because... So we've got 1 daze out there in armor. Armor is not a very good damage dealer anyway. Let's see what we can do. What was that? 850? He's about to spit and do a ton of damage, but we're going to have full health. We'll lose some people here, I guarantee it. Question is, who survives? All right, Maul, go again. We'll dump some more. With vulnerable up, which is going to help the crit damage. And because he's enraged, he's taking 75% more damage. That's what I'm saying. We might be able to get to the one. Oh, man, it's going to be close. We can somehow get Maul to move up in turn meter here. Need a double tap for damage. Yeah, he's not going to move up, but we got the armor shred available. Let's go. Ooh, can we survive a hit? Yes, we did. I think we got enough. Come on. Ah! Bam, do you got it in you? You got 11,000 in there, big guy? Oh, click. Ha ha ha. We came up just shy. Gosh darn it. But you guys see how that goes. So another tip, Bam's damage immunity and cleanse can cleanse. So I put that on Bo or Candyman whenever I think they're going to die when the damage is ramped up. So Dragon's damage and your damage will be higher, as you saw at the end of that fight there. I can't believe I came up 32 points short. That's crazy. But we're going to save it because those runs are not easy to find. They're not easy to find. But make sure you use your bombing manipulation. Find a way to kind of stay balanced or just ahead. So like I said, if you got 50%, then I'm going for 600,000. Somewhere in that range. You could say 500,000. But that last ditch effort, the best time to get the damage in is right after he swallows, spits. Once he spits and burrows, then you need to start lining up to get the damage ready. And I mean, you just saw that. I got over 400,000 in just a couple of turns. So that is your Maul team. If you guys got any questions, put them down below. If you got any tips, you got any ideas, somewhere you see I could have done better, please let me know because it just helps everybody else that's watching. I appreciate y'all. Till next time, we are 1 battalion strong. Try it again. It's on holo. Try number 4. Even though we haven't gotten anywhere yet because the terminator's wrong. Okay. Armor's right.
Mine's so 276 and it's fine.
Really?
Yeah.
Interesting. Maybe it's candy changing. Are you using candy?
Yeah, my candy was my first run today and I got 800.
There we go.
Something.
There we go. Now this is going to trigger Maul's frenzy. We'll go first. Let's go. 283 is the mark, people. I don't understand why yours is different, but.
Oh, it's because your bow is too fast.
She is fast.
Slow your bow down.
I mean, we got bow, or we got Mando there. I mean, we're doing okay.
Not gonna you have to do an AoE with Candyman in order to line it up for him to blow up all the bombs over there.
Pass this over to Maul. You're using candy to get the bombs, Wolf?
No, I'm saying you're going to have to now because you didn't do bow's AoE.
Oh, see, I was considering doing that.
Oh, wait. Yeah, my bow is 288. My Mando is 276.
276 and he's still going first?
What? Because your bow... Oh, God, your Maul is way off Terminator now.
Yeah, hold on.
All right, so... You needed
AoE was 290.
You needed AoE there.
Got him.
Because you're still at 2 stacks on the bombs.
Yep.
You gotta get them down to 1 for Maul's AoE.
I know, so... that's going to come from the birds. That's why I was holding off.
Mort, you could just hit
I don't want
one of the bombs with Maul. I mean, that wastes an attack, but...
Yeah, but Bam's going to go.
And then they could...
The problem is Bam's going to go. He's going to blow up the bombs. We need him for when he goes under. Unless he beats us to the punch. And I don't want to add to the enrage here.
You only do 1% per person's turn.
Yes, I know, but Maul adds 5 on each one of his, right? When he dumps.
He shouldn't. He should only add 1%. Doesn't matter how many assists.
Birds, 241, 278. All right, here they come. 285, not bad going in. Armor shredded, good timing on it.
What is happening right now?
We're gonna bring him out.
Yeah, you got to dump.
I'm gonna dump right now. As soon as I get Bo to go. Hello. Hello. This guy. Hit it! Yes! Pass this over to Bo. Come on, Maul. Come on, Maul. Go first. There we go. 48. See? 49. That's what I'm saying. It adds the enrage every time you use it. That's why I don't try to overuse it. We're up around 500. 50%. So far, so good. We're ahead of schedule. Somebody feel free to type in where you guys know this team a little bit better than me. He's going to cleanse his own. He's good. All right, now we might have to start mathing.
Your school, you're 58% enraged still.
She's not going to have armor shred available. We got a single tap, double tap. It's down to 2 AoE from Ordo. Gets us to a full dump. One here.
Yeah.
What did I say?
Yeah, take one of the bombs right now.
Over AoE here. That's going to get us down to 2.
I would honestly probably go see if I can land the vulnerable, and then maybe even do a short burst with Maul.
Hold on, 2 here, 2 here. No, we'll be uneven. This goes down to 2, 3. Armor brings this down to 1. Ordo. No, because Ordo double taps. We can't get it.
I think you need to take advantage of when your Maul is going to go before your Krayt Dragon.
Yeah.
If you can get vulnerable in that.
Yeah.
I always do.
Yeah. There's no way we can get it down, although I might AoE there. What do you guys think here?
Take the
First order
4,
pilot
yeah,
good. He's so-so, but he's a pilot.
I just put the bombs out.
Mulan. Okay, I like that one too.
Cool. Basically the dragon.
Wolfie's just like, just listen, bro.
I mean, he wasted vulnerable and everything, but
yeah.
Because he do his debuffs, right?
And we're stuck.
I said in front of the,
yeah. Hey, we hear you think? Got the bombs down one? You're going to add to him.
No,
You can drop the
basically.
bombs down with Maul.
Oh, that's true.
Yeah.
That's true. Good song. All right, we are debuffed. Well, here we go. Stay with me, Candyman.
You may want to save him,
I was
actually.
going to say, yeah.
I usually put it on him.
We got
Basic,
5 stacks. We're going to basic for vulnerable. Yes, it's landing. But we are behind. What's up, Zeppers? Talking about you earlier, man. It was
You said
good.
you're behind? No, you said you're behind.
Oh, yeah.
Don't worry about like being behind on points. If you can line it up that like he does his stuff sort of early, then you have like a good window at the end to do damage. If you can line it up so you can have like a good sized burst at the end where you're doing the most damage, then you can end up getting a better run.
You can't get Maul before Vader. Vader is such a good tune, and Maul is so hard to get nowadays. I'm gonna birds here, and we'll load him up while Maul's going off, I guess. Yeah, 100% Evo. Are you talking to me?
All right, so yeah, do the third middle.
Yep.
Just so you can get him out.
You want to do middle on the 3rd attempt? Is that what you said?
Yeah, to get back to 5.
Oh, I got you. Okay.
And then just do pull
And
him
do
out
a spear.
with bow.
Yep. I like it.
Yeah, it's basics and pull him out with bow.
Pull! Fire when ready. Add this to our boy Ordo. We had 2 stacks over there on the 1. You think we should AoE here? Lower him down?
He's about to like throw at his and then go.
Oh, Maul's
berry.
gonna go first. Yeah, hold on. Let me shut my mouth and just go. Let's unload. It's gonna get us over 900k. Then he's getting close to enrage.
Okay, so as soon as he, so this is what I'm talking about. Like loading up the damage early, he's guaranteed to kill you with his spew.
That's true. Oh well,
So yeah, you're getting your damage before the enrage, but you're cutting your damage short.
that's true. Maybe we survive the hit. Yeah.
Ooh,
Yeah.
there we go.
Armor
All right,
loading
I can
everybody
do
up.
it.
All right.
Ooh,
All right, so
just a bunch.
we
Come
got-
on, you got AoE.
We got birds right now. Coming out right now, so that's gonna pop one of the bombs. She is
It's also
blinded.
gonna blow up the other ones. Yeah, she's blind right now. You can probably just AoE because she won't land the vulnerable because she can't.
Yeah. Oh my.
But that does everything. Okay.
Yeah. Why the hell did you just blow them all up? 1, 2, 3.
Because one blew up the other one, which
One
blew up the
blew
other
up
one,
this
blew up the other one.
That one blew up this one. Okay, I'm confused. All right. There we go.
She
Birds
did
up.
one attack to all of them.
I saw
and went
that.
Down
but-
to,
yeah.
So it would have taken them down to 0, 1, and 2, and then the first one blowing up did another bomb, and the second one blowing up did another thing, so took them all down.
Fair. 2, 3, 4. If I lose somebody here, I'm gonna try something. Oh, Maul was next. Though. I should have been paying attention to that.
Just basic.
Are we gonna survive the next hit? That's the question.
See?
Run.
You got 3 people that are crit hit immune, so I don't know.
I don't know what I'm doing. Come on, armor with an armor. Good time for an armor shred. Put us over a mill.
I know how to do it. Here, we'll just put it on. No, I don't.
Candy moving. Get that here. Everybody's full. 1 smack. 2 smack. Oh, come on, baby. Oh,
Candy man.
save candy. Save candy, baby. We got to unload here, I think. I think we're gonna survive
Him
again.
or the
Wolfie.
do you think you do the bombs first or do it on him? Because yeah, I think you probably just do all your damage right here and go for it.
Yeah.
You think on the bombs or on
Yeah.
him? Blow up the bombs first.
First
or
2
just
hits
go-
aren't gonna do a whole lot, but
No, go on him because
we're going
I
him.
mean, what's the benefit of really going on the bombs?
Yeah.
I mean,
I don't know
I
how
just
many
go
bombs you
completely on
do,
him.
but
they get like
too.
7,000 or something, which isn't a whole lot. And we're getting
Yeah.
yeah.
I don't know exactly how much they do versus your other hits, but yeah,
Come up, we're 1.1 million. Keep them going, baby.
keep it going.
Russell approved.
Keep it going.
This is probably the best run that I've seen.
Basic
with
it
this
up.
team.
Yes.
Oh, you'll get it.
Guess what we're
You'll
about to
get it.
max out, big guy. Guess what we're about to max out, big guy.
Let's go.
Come on, baby. Vulnerable for one last shot. Oh, look at this. Look at how close we are.
Can you get it? Can you get it?
Look at how close we are.
Wait,
No, come on! No, we got it! Got it! Got it, baby!
Samuel!
Yeah! Yeah! Yes! Yes! Well done, gentlemen.
all right, submit that and then let me save these mods.
Oh, yeah, baby. All right, we're gonna Discord
fun one.
retry. Just kidding.